Sonic Frontiers. Now, I have a lot of things to say about this game. I mean, it is definitely a good, new, fun title into the Sonic franchise, and definitely helps out the modern Sonic look, because right now, modern Sonic games haven't been the best recently. I mean, I still like Forces, but whatever, look. This is going to be my honest review of Sonic Forces, Sonic Frontiers, no spoilers, a lot of good, a lot of bad, and I'm just gonna talk about it now. Just heads up, I have not finished the game, so I don't know absolutely everything. So, but this is just how I feel about, I don't know, 3 days into playing the game, and yeah. So let's get into it. Now the gameplay is very fun. You're very fast. You're running around doing parkour in an open world Sonic game, something you've never seen before. So it is very enjoyable, just the gameplay by itself, like the open world gameplay. Um, it's very fun. However, there is some gripes about it. The overall gameplay does get a little bit repetitive, because you only have a few opponents each level, which it can be fine if you're not stuck there in the same level for, you know, 2 hours. Um, so that is a big problem I have with a lot of gameplay. Is it's just very repetitive. You have to no spoilers. So, but you have to get the Chaos Emeralds, right? And you have to do these levels to get keys to get the Chaos Emeralds to take down a boss. Well, I'm on the second world because there's like worlds, islands, whatever. And I'm having to do this again. And there was 5 of them. So I have a feeling you're gonna have to do these same missions. Well, different. You can't see me. I just did air quotes. Different missions to get these Chaos Emeralds, which is getting repetitive. So that is a bummer. But just running around is very fast. And the wings, if you get like your max inventory of wings, you become much faster, which is very cool. And the side quests are fine. And running around is very enjoyable. It's just the fact that it does get repetitive at times. But overall, it is still super fun, and the open world makes up for it basically. Like the open world is just so fun. It's hard to overlook how repetitive it gets at times. Now, okay, so we have a main core of the game is these levels, which are basically like, Sonic Generations, you slowly go through different levels, maps, whatever. And you have to do these to get keys, like I said before, so you can get the Chaos Emeralds. And some of these are really fun maps, and they're really cool, and they're just enjoyable overall. Now, boosting's kind of weird in them, because the boosting's like really extreme in this game. But overall, a lot of these are really fun. However, there is a lot that I don't like about these. First of all, there are 2D maps, and everyone's like, "Oh, the 2D maps aren't that bad." I hate the 2D maps. Sonic's all about being fast and speedy, and the 2D maps, kill any speed you had, any momentum. It punishes you for trying to be as fast as you can, and overall, it just kills the Sonic vibe in mind. Because I just think Sonic speed. Sonic, I think of speed. So that is disappointing. However, I've only ran into about 2 or 3 2D maps, which that's fine. However, there is an issue with Green Hill Zone. Not that, Green Hill Zone is a map. That's not my issue. It's the fact that it is 5 maps. It's the fact that it has 3 2D sections. It is the fact that it is so annoying to do these Green Hill Zones. Now, a lot of this does have to deal with how they dealt with the camera, which I'll get into now. But before I get into that, a lot of the levels are fun, some are bad. I hate the camera. Okay, so when we talk about this camera, I'm gonna try not to yell and scream about it. Um, but I absolutely hate how they did the camera in this game. So my main issue is that there is a no move camera feature. So that means in some parts of the game you can't move the camera; it is automatically controlled. Now you'd think, oh, that's fine, you know, fighting enemies or certain parts of the game. Uh, but it's all over the game. Every level has it, every map has it, even free roam has it. You can't get away from it, and it sucks because you're going to try to do something, right? And the camera is going to be making you face a different direction than you want it to, and then you'll just fall off and die, or you'll run into something and die, or you'll lose all your wings and you just can't do it. And it is so annoying because you don't have control of the camera. You can't see what you're doing, and it's stupid. And I don't know why they added this feature. But you'll see here that this Green Hill Zone, one of the many, I'll struggle with a lot. And it's not because it's a hard map, it's because the camera is so horrendous. And I can't control and try to see where I'm trying to go. And since I can't control the map to see where I'm trying to go, I might just jump off into the middle of nowhere without knowing it. Because I didn't know where to go, because I couldn't see anything, because the camera wouldn't let me move. It's at the top right, you'll see over there a no camera button um, icon. That means I cannot control the camera. Uh, and it's just so annoying. And I don't know why they decided to do this. And sometimes when it does this, it even inverts my controls, which is so stupid. I don't know why they did this. It is annoying. I wish I could fix it. I can't. And this is one of my major issues with this game is the camera is horrendous. It is so annoying. Like, oh, long story short, the camera sucks. It hurts the overall game. I it make I like I'll visit like I will want to scream because the camera refuses to cooperate with me. Um, whatever the people on that decided this was a good idea to make the camera work like this. I needed it because that's some strong shit. Anyways, okay. So the story. Well, before I get in, I'm not gonna spoil the story or anything. I haven't even finished the game yet, so I don't even know how to do that. But the story, I personally don't really come play Sonic games for the story. It just doesn't do much for me. Same with this story. To not spoil anything, basically the main game, Sonic tells Amy they're flying. They get knocked into like a like almost a video game. Sonic breaks out. He has to help break out all his other friends that are still stuck in limbo, video game, whatever. It's a fine story. I haven't finished it. It doesn't do much for me, but it's cool. It's fine. If you're looking for something really compelling or something really strong that, you know, you're gonna cry to, I don't think you should ever go to a Sonic game for that. But, it's an alright story. Overall, like, 7 out of 10. I'm not crazy about the story, but I don't hate it. It's alright. Okay, so the powering system or combat system, whatever you want to call it, is actually really fun and really deep for a Sonic game. So there's a skill tree. You can unlock new skills, get powerful. You can also raise your defense, speed, wing collection, all that good stuff. It's actually pretty fun. You get a lot of cool different abilities. I mean, you don't use all of them, but a lot you do use, and a lot you have to use. It's really fun. Definitely something super cool for a Sonic game, especially one like this. And yeah, I really don't have anything negative to say about it. Um, Overall, I really like it, and I wouldn't come for the the combat system, the power system. I wouldn't come for this game just for that. But it is super fun, super cool, and definitely cool to see Sonic actually using his fist other than just spin dashing everything. Okay, so there is a lot of there was a lot of mini bosses I've only actually fought one boss so far into the story. But there's a lot of mini bosses like the one you see on my screen. And they're actually a lot of fun. They're really enjoyable, they're really creative, they're really cool. My notifications, man. But, you know, it's just really sick to play them, and I enjoy them. However, they do get a little repetitive after the fifth or sixth time trying to, you know, kill them just to get a gear or to get some tokens. But they're definitely fun, they're creative, they're cool. Some are really big, and that's just cool in itself. So, I really like the boss fights. They're a little repetitive because you have to do them over and over again. But they're very fun. Just look at this fight. This was a lot of fun, you know. So, W boss fights, for real. Overall, Sonic Frontiers is a super fun, super entertaining, and super enjoyable game. A great addition to the modern Sonic roster, and definitely worth the price that it's asking for. It's fairly long. I mean, I'm spending. It's definitely a lot longer than Forces was because, you know, at least I think it is, because, you know, I definitely spent more time so far on this than I have Forces. Um, it's a very fun game, decent story. I hate the camera. You know, there's not much I can do about that, but that does suck. It's a little repetitive at times, but, you know, it's still very fun, very enjoyable, worth the full price. And if you can get your hands on it, definitely do. And even if you're not a Sonic fan, I think you might find this pretty enjoyable. So, I like the game. I hope you too. You do as well. Sorry, I'm just having a stroke whole episode. And, you know, you've come this far. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Anyways, see ya.